Let me ask you something, and don't answer quickly. Have you ever reacted to something and only later thought, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Why didn't I just pause? Maybe it was anger. Maybe it was impulse. Maybe it was scrolling when you promised yourself you wouldn't. Maybe it was saying yes when you meant no. Now, here's the uncomfortable part. Most of the outcomes you regret in your life did not come from bad intentions. They came from no pause. And what if I told you that just 10 seconds quietly decide the direction of your life? Not motivation, not discipline, not intelligence. Just 10 seconds of space. Most people think habits fail because they lack willpower. That's not true. Habits fail because the brain acts faster than awareness. Your brain is designed to react first and think later. That reaction system kept humans alive long before it made them productive or peaceful. So when something triggers you, your brain doesn't ask, is this good for me? It asks, what feels familiar? And familiarity wins. That's why you repeat habits you've already outgrown. Not because you want to, but because your brain hates uncertainty. There is a moment most people never notice. It sits between impulse and action. It's small, it's quiet, it lasts only seconds. And that moment decides everything. That's the pause. When there is no pause, habits run automatically. But when there is even a short pause, choice returns. This is not philosophy. This is neuroscience. The pause gives your thinking brain just enough time to come online. The 10-second pause theory is simple. Whenever you feel the urge to act, you pause for 10 seconds. Not to judge, not to motivate, not to force discipline, just to create space. 10 seconds is long enough for the emotional brain to slow, and short enough that resistance doesn't build. You don't ask big questions. You ask only one. Is this impulse or intention? That's it. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is exhausting. But pauses are neutral. The pause interrupts the habit loop. Cue, response, reward. The pause breaks the response. And once the loop is broken, even briefly, the habit loses power. This is why people who change their lives aren't more motivated. They're more aware of this tiny moment. Let's be honest, this habit is not glamorous. You stop reacting emotionally. You make fewer decisions you regret. You feel more in control without forcing it. You become calmer without trying to be calm. You may feel uncomfortable at first. You'll notice how often impulses appear. People around you may act faster than you. And here's the hardest part. Pausing means taking responsibility. You can no longer say, that just happened, because now you saw it coming. The pause doesn't change everything at once. It changes direction. 10 seconds before anger prevents hours of regret. 10 seconds before distraction saves years of wasted energy. 10 seconds before saying yes protects your boundaries. Over time, your brain learns something new. Not everything needs an immediate reaction. And slowly, life becomes less chaotic. Without you forcing control, people misunderstand this habit. They try to pause perfectly. They try to pause every time. That's not the goal. Even one pause a day is enough to start rewiring. This is not about control. It's about awareness. And awareness grows with patience, not pressure. Here's the quiet truth. Your life doesn't change in big dramatic moments. It changes in the space between impulse and action. Most people never see that space, but once you do, you can't unsee it. 10 seconds won't make you perfect, but they will make you conscious. And a conscious person is no longer controlled by habits. They choose them. That's the real power. Not force, not motivation, just pause.